Well, I'd have to study it, but I'd say you got a great case against Bob Hope.
Thanks, man.
Do you have a little home improvement project that you're working on?
I got a huge project.
You
based on
probably
that.
have a lot of projects.
Yes,
you just
I
bought
do.
a house.
I do. Can I use my Home Depot card for a project like that?
You might need a little bit more than that.
You think?
203Ks coming up.
Hello everybody, my name is Barry Horvath and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
And I am DeLynn Gaston. Thanks for joining us. We are going to be talking about home improvement projects.
Yes, so we're going to talk about my balance on my Home Depot gift card.
Yeah,
right
maybe
here.
not, right? I absolutely love that movie, The Money Pit. That was just, and Tom Hanks is hilarious. That would be me trying to plug a coffee pot in and all this chaos is going on because I can't live without my coffee.
It kind of reminds me of my house right now
Yeah,
because
I
I just bought
know.
a foreclosure and yeah, it's kind of been a money pit. So
yeah, I know. So that's what happens. You know, we have so many foreclosed properties down here in the Florida market, and a lot of them owned by Fannie, Freddie, the bank-owned properties and everything. The people who are getting foreclosed, unfortunately, sadly, they kind of trashed the house on their way out as they were leaving. So.
Yes.
There's like ceiling fans are missing, so we just have like wires hanging, and we're not even sure if those wires work, and you know, none of the pools operate, and it's really disheartening because these are gorgeous homes that have a lot of potential, and people see them and say, my gosh, I could do so much with that.
Yes, so they basically have two options when it comes to getting funding or getting the money for this project. They can either A, call all their friends, family, and relatives and say,
Mom, Dad.
Yeah, send me about 3 million of these.
Yeah, that's right.
Or they could try another option, maybe looking at this 203K rehab loan that we're going to talk about today.
Yes.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex home loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Welcome back, everybody, and we are here now. We have a special guest.
Yes.
Thank you guys for having
Apparently,
me.
he's a senior vice president with Norcom Mortgage.
Yes, you didn't see all the little gray hairs on
Yes,
the
I
side?
did.
I look like I'm 15, but I dressed up for you guys today, so I look
actually-
important.
And he's got a sense of humor. This is Mr. James Morin, and he is going to talk to us today about 203K rehab loans because he is the expert up at a national lender, Norcom Mortgage, based out of Connecticut. And from what I understand, the weather up there is just vibrant this morning. And he came to sunny Florida in our studio.
It's a balmy 36.
36 might be pushing it when we were getting on the plane, but it's beautiful here. I might be moving to Florida
Just
very
because of
soon.
that.
Come on down. I moved 18 years ago and never looked back.
So since for a lot of you not everyone has 3 million friends on Facebook that they can reach out for and ask for a Home Depot card from every one of your friends so that you can do a rehab of your new home purchase or prior to, because the way it works today is you need certain things to even close on a home loan. So we're going to talk to Jim about maybe another option on how they can fix that home up, pack it all into their loan package and still close on it and make it their dream home. So
that's it.
Is that what you're gonna? Is that how can you help us with?
Well,
that?
that's why we've coined it the Norcom Dream Loan, right? At least
yes,
what we're doing, because you really get to make your house the dream home that you want. So.
It is, and there's so many houses, like we were saying at the opening. There's so many houses down here that really need, and they're just gorgeous homes that at one time were worth, maybe $500,000, and now they're just the money pit.
The money pit.
Yeah.
Everything is falling apart on them.
I kind of felt like Tom Hanks there at the end, kind of getting peed on by that statue, and
you could do the do-it-yourself thing with Home Depot, and I think they give you lessons on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock that we're having a tiling lesson, or we're having a bricklaying lesson or something like that. Or if you're like me and you would just rather have someone else do it, a lot of times people don't have the pockets to do it. The 203K, it is an FHA loan product. Don't be afraid. It is not, there's a lot of people that are afraid of this product, I think. Yeah. It is an FHA product, and it's a fantastic product. It's a way that you can actually finance in the improvements. So if you're buying the house for $100,000 and it needs $50,000.
He's going to tell us about the 203K.
I'm just giving them
She's just setting the stage.
Don't steal all his thunder.
You could finance in the improvements and such, but he's going to tell us how it works. Right?
I'm just the yes man, the no man. I'll just say yes and no. I'll nod and shake my head.
He's the eye candy today.
Sure, I got demoted, right?
Normally it's you. So tell us kind of like...
Yeah, give us an outline of how this loan product works and what
DeLynn was doing a great job of setting everything up, and it works just that way. I mean, in a lot of markets, we see that, especially here in Florida, there are a lot of properties that are foreclosed on, short-saled, owned by Fannie Freddie or some investor. And a lot of them, you joked about your Home Depot card, but a lot of them aren't financeable in their current situation. And that's why you guys see a lot of cash transactions down here, because if you can't get financing and you don't have 300 or 3 million people to give you Home Depot cards, you have no way of financing the property or getting the cash you need to buy that. The 203K is a perfect option where you come in, you can actually purchase the home, and a lot of times because they are foreclosures, you can get a very good deal on a property, and then any of the improvements that you have to do to the property or you want to do to the property, you build that right into the mortgage. Excuse me. So if you're buying, give me a typical purchase price of a property.
$60,000.
$60,000. So $60,000 purchase price. You find this home that was once worth, she said $500,000, right?
Yeah, that might be a little extreme.
But now you can buy this property at a very good deal, take it off Fannie or Freddie's hands or one of these foreclosure banks, and you can come in, and if it needs a couple $1,000s or $30,000, $40,000 in repairs. So we can go up
to $40,000?
You can actually, what actually happens with it is there's an appraisal that gets done like every purchase transaction.
Let's use $100,000 for round numbers.
Yeah.
We use a $100,000 purchase price. Right. What ends up happening is during the process, and we're jumping a few steps, but there's an appraisal that gets done, and the appraisal gets done, and what they do is they appraise it after the improvements are completed. So a contractor comes in, a consultant comes in, we'll talk a little bit more about that, but they come in and they basically determine and say, well, these are the improvements we're going to do. So the appraiser does the appraisal after the improvements are being done. So now you're buying it for $60,000, but the appraisal comes out. You paid $100. I apologize, baby. I forget you changed the purchase. So $100,000, but the
I could be in real estate. I can just change the contract without even knowing.
Is that allowed? Do they allow that? But then after the improved value, it comes in and it's valued at $200,000 after the property and everything else that you put in. The improvements
sounds like
you did.
that old loan. What did they call that thing?
Subprime?
No. A construction loan?
Construction loan.
Construction loan.
I heard about
when
those.
they used to build. Remember those days?
Absolutely.
When the markets were actually
buildable. Yes. Okay, so you were on a roll. Go ahead.
So
you threw me for a loop. So you get to come in. So how it works is you buy the property for whatever the purchase price. In this particular example, $100,000. Then we tell the appraiser that we're going to do all of this work. We're going to add bedrooms, bathrooms. We're going to fix things up. Whatever.
You can actually do all that?
You can. We'll get into all the things.
You can I didn't know you could add. I thought you just had to fix what you had.
No, you can go.
You can do like a room addition?
You can do room additions where you take things that are a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and you can go, hey, now we're 4-bedroom, which changes all of the comparable properties, and that's where you see a lot of these substantial growth.
So this is not the streamlined 203K we're talking about. This is a full-blown.
Yes,
203K?
there is a streamlined
Right.
version of it,
Right.
and then there's a full version.
Okay.
Everyone hears the word streamlined, and they go, "I want the streamlined version. It doesn't matter what it is. Give me the,
The
streamlined version."
has max amounts you can use.
There's certain. 35,000 is the
35,000.
maximum that you can do. You can't change structural things with a streamline.
Okay.
Disbursements of money and those things are different, and we can talk about those
so
as well.
we're talking about the full-blown 203K rehab then, where we can add a bedroom.
You can add bedrooms. You can take things. You can do roofs. I mean, there's a lot that you can do. We joke all the time. It needs the value needs to be supported after the work's done. But you can take it all the way down to the slab and build it back up as long as it appraises afterward. Absolutely.
So is there a cap on?
No.
Your
On the
appraisal is your
streamline,
cap.
streamline, the $35,000 is the cap. On the full 203K, there is no cap. It is the appraisal. You can go up to 110% of the after improved value. So that becomes your cap.
So that 10% is for contingencies, I assume.
There's
then?
contingencies
Yes.
built into the work as you go through to make sure that there's enough monies available for all of the work to be completed.
So then I guess the cap would be probably whatever your FHA loan limits are, because it is an FHA product.
Yes.
Correct. So it's going to be whatever your
If
FHA
we're
loan
in
limits
whatever,
are.
however
We're at like
FHA dictates,
271.
271
Right.
is going to
Right.
dictate.
What is it in
FHA.
Connecticut? Just curious.
Well, Connecticut, there's a big disparity between
650.
certain areas. There's 729 in some counties, and we have some counties that are 271.
So let me
that are
get
the
this
same.
straight. You pay more money in Connecticut, and you get to enjoy 36-degree weather.
I wouldn't have came all the way down here if I knew you were going to make fun of me for being from Connecticut. I thought
I'm just laying out.
that you guys were embracing me as a future Floridian.
I think he probably volunteered to come down to
I'm sure he
Florida.
did. He's like, "Pick me,
75-degree weather. Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go.
I want to go. I know about this 203K rehab. I'll be on the show.
Yeah, that's exactly how
Now
it
you
went
guys
down.
are doing a lot of them up there, right? You
Yeah.
just did one
Absolutely.
recently, and
well,
they
we're
did the
licensed
whole
in
show,
20,
right?
25 states, so we're
just
doing them
added a new
in
state this last week, right?
just added Indiana, so
Yeah.
we're predominantly up and down the East Coast, so
Right.
25 states. So there's a lot of marketplaces where this is a pretty big deal, depending on how hit they were with the foreclosure crisis and some of those
Florida
things.
is one of the
Florida,
top states.
Florida is one of those states, so there's
Yeah.
a lot of buckets. And in reality, you're competing a lot of times against cash offers, cash buyers.
Right.
But when real estate agents are out there showing properties,
Right.
it increases the inventory that they can show in reality, because a lot of them
does.
are trying to steer clear of anything
They
that's a
are,
foreclosure,
absolutely.
a short sold property.
Yes.
But it
So
allows them to show.
really, if a real estate agent really wanted to maybe expand their market, they should, say, hey, I know a lender that'll do this rehab loan. Let's go look at this house. Maybe we can make it into your dream house. So, so why aren't real estate agents utilizing this more?
I think they're afraid of it.
Yeah.
They're afraid of FHA anyway because they think that, oh my gosh, it has to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a great way for people to get in. Now, and I know we're going to get into a little more details after the break, which is coming up shortly. But real quick, is it still the 3.5% down? And
3.5%
so the
down.
buyer still gets in for pretty minimal.
Yep.
And they can finance in the improvements and such. This is really a
Any
win-win.
of the things that real estate agents are typically afraid of traditionally don't come up during a 203K process,
Right.
because you're completely rehabbing the property. So anything that's potentially an issue,
right.
we're
It's gonna
actually
be
handling
fixed. Right,
and
we're fixing
being
it.
fixed
the new
during the
homeowner gets to pick how they want it, the
It's-
colors, it's customizing
Absolutely.
into their dream home. So let me ask you, didn't Norcom did one of these projects on their own? Didn't you guys go out
We
and
did. We
purchase-
went-
How
we-
did that go? Tell us about
We
that.
went in and we did a mock one. We wanted to show everyone that it's not as scary as everyone thinks.
Right.
Because we have really people that specialize in it. There's certain real estate agents that are taking. But we came in, we purchased the property, and we went through the traditional steps like every homeowner would do, and we took a beat up condo and basically rehabbed the entire thing.
And how did that come out?
It came out beautiful.
Really?
It really came out beautiful. I mean, the after shots.
So you have shots of before, during.
Well, we
after
went
the
through.
whole-
It was our small attempt to be
Right.
HDTV, right? So
Right.
we came in and we showed before shots, after shots. We went through the typical process. We brought in a HUD consultant.
Okay.
We came in and we talked to the appraiser. We talked to all of the people along the way that were working on the property. We have shots of the construction workers doing the
Right.
construction and everything. really
do you
showing the
remember
project from
Do you
start to
remember how
finish.
the numbers worked on it? I mean, what was the purchase price, ballpark, and
The purchase price was $30,000.
so it was pretty. Wow.
So it was
a bargain.
It was a
somewhere.
bargain to begin with.
And then how much did you put into it?
It was about $65,000.
So $95,000 invested.
And
what is it worth today?
After the improved value came out at $150,000.
Wow.
Wow.
So $55,000 of equity. Bam.
That is fantastic.
Let's go into that business.
It is not, again, it depends on how much of a bargain you get on the front side. Are you willing to do it?
Okay.
How you choose what upgrades you want to do, because you really come in and you can pick carpet, you can pick flooring, hardwood floors, tile, granite countertops, those types of things.
So that's nice, though. So now you have $155,000.
And you have the home you want,
Right.
not walking into it where you put 3.5% down.
Awesome.
And then you have to finance new carpets or the bedroom or bathroom.
Or you end up doing this and paying high interest.
But it's free for 6 months.
There's no interest on a gift card.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
you're confused.
They
That's
put them
not
on
a
credit cards,
Yeah.
which is what people end up doing.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit more about this and the process and like where someone would start.
Okay.
That's probably the big thing right after the break. Are we going to break?
We'll be right back, right?
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex, short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
Got it.
Okay.
So we're back with James Morin. from Norcom Mortgage, who is the senior vice
Did you
president.
forget?
I had to look at his tie because he reminded me earlier that
You are getting older.
he wore this tie because he's a senior vice president. Otherwise, he wasn't going to wear it. So.
I was not going to wear the tie. Well, I always
I
joke
know.
that I look like I'm
You're
17.
in Florida. We don't do ties.
It gives me a few years. It makes me. It gives me some credibility, I guess.
you're
I get a few years of credibility.
Yeah, he's like, can I give your age? You're like
35.
35. So I was going to say mid-30s, but you know, you do look young.
Hey, I'm
so.
transparent. I have nothing to hide.
He's fine with that.
Nothing to hide.
It's all right. So anyway, let's get into more.
And our 203K expert.
Yeah, he's definitely
Gone through this himself.
He's
Yeah.
gone through the project, and
I think that's kind of cool that they actually went through it themselves.
Yeah, that
you know,
is a great-
so
what
that you
better
guys
way to
know
learn?
exactly what better way to learn, so that you guys know what to expect and what people go through. Now that being said,
Yes.
I'll bet you learned a lot.
give us
huh?
the
We did.
pros and cons
Yeah.
and what you learned from this, and what could people expect when they do this process.
We went through the project, and we tried to literally define roles. So we went through, and I joked about being HGTV, but I was the mock host, and everyone was defined as a role. So we had people that were the borrowers and people that were designing, because they really got to pick out things as they were going through. So their experience was really good. For a typical person, the things you learn, it's certainly not like the clip of the money pit we showed. We're trying to avoid.
So it's not going to be like that?
No.
You promise?
Those are
I
your
promise.
do-it-yourselfers.
That's the do-it-yourselfers. We don't want to do that. You want to get
So
yourself a good contractor,
You do have to
HUD
have
consultant.
You do have to have a HUD consultant, or does it have to be a general contractor? How
You
does
get
that
both.
work?
You actually, during the process, you get both. You're
Okay.
required to have an FHA HUD consultant that comes in, and they work closely with the general contractor. So you're allowed to pick who you want your general contractor to be.
Okay.
But you want to be able to pick. They have to be state licensed. They have to go through all the licensing and bonding requirements. So there's
we
a
don't get
resume.
a money pit situation.
No money pit situation.
Okay.
You have the
Is there
professionals.
any of it that the people are allowed to do by themselves?
No, there is no real sweat equity, which could be a
even
gift
paint.
or a curse. You
Right,
could want to
right.
do some things, but like you had mentioned, you don't want to do any of it.
Can the general contractor hire you to do
No.
even
No.
nothing?
Now-
They can do subcontractors, but again, the
Okay.
subcontractors
All right.
all have to get done.
And then the
so-
question that hold on, the question that will
this
come
is our
up.
show.
Yeah, I know. All of a
Excuse
sudden,
us.
I'm like,
sorry, Jim.
And
Anyway,
normally I'm the one who does all the talking. Because people do ask this question: what if the person buying the house is a contractor? Let's say they do driveways or something
that's
like
a
that.
good question, DeLynn, isn't it?
Thank you.
That is a great question. They can't do anything that's in the scope of the actual project you're working on. You certainly don't have to include painting in your project, and then you can do any of the painting afterwards.
But you can't get the money for it.
You would not necessarily get the money through the
see.
project to
Okay.
finance painting.
Okay.
But painting is one of those projects that if you're going to
Okay.
do it yourself, it doesn't cost a whole heck of a lot. But
Wait a minute. Have you priced paint lately?
Yeah, I know. That's like, the labor's cheap. It's the paint.
It's
that
the paint
kills
you are.
It's
the
getting
quality of
expensive.
the paint is getting better. These guys at Home Depot are doing
They'll
the
tell you.
Yeah.
They'll tell you.
I go buy the boo-boo paint. What do they got for boo-boo paint?
Yeah.
What's boo-boo paint?
It's the stuff that people bring back and say, "Oh, I didn't like this on my wall."
Really?
Yes.
didn't know there was such a
There's
thing.
a whole
Yeah.
section.
Is there a
that
whole
has
section called
there
boo-boo
is.
paint?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yes, there is.
Wait, now I'm intrigued. Do they actually call it boo-boo paint, or is
They
this
do.
something
They
you
call
coined?
It, no, they call it boo-boo paint.
I'm not buying it.
I'm not kidding.
We're
You go
going.
to Home
I don't
Depot
trust
and
it.
you say,
We're
"Where's
going.
your boo-boo paint?" And they're going to point you behind the counter. And there's a whole
you
bunch of paint
serious?
that people have returned because they didn't like it after all. After they've mixed it for them and stuff, and they went, "Yeah, it just didn't look good."
We could do a whole show on
So they
boo-boo
returned
paint.
it.
We're going to do boo-boo
And you
paint.
can get
Coming
it
up
for
next
like
week.
half price.
Really?
Yes.
It's like dented cans, vegetable cans, vegetables at the grocery store.
Exactly. I can't believe you guys don't know about boo-boo paint.
All right, let's get back to the rehab loan, okay?
All right, fine.
So, all right. So, general contractor has to do the work,
Yes.
okay? You hire a HUD consultant. Now, since it's an FHA loan, an investor isn't going to be able to do this type of loan, are they?
They are not able
Okay.
to do it.
So
this
needs
is
to be
owner-occupied.
Owner-occupied
only.
primary
Owner-occupied.
residence.
Yes.
Okay. All right. What else do we need to know? What can we tell the real estate professionals out there in our audience that would help them maybe say this could be an option for you as a buyer?
Buyer's option, in reality, it's all resident. You have purchase transactions, owner-occupied, 1 to 4 families. So you can do it on multifamilies. I don't know how many in the marketplace you guys have multifamilies.
3.
But 3 of them?
That's it.
But other than that, the borrower or a buyer would want to start in the typical place. They would want to contact a mortgage consultant to start with the pre-approval process that they're going to go through. That way, they know what they can qualify for, what types of projects they can do, and that way a real estate agent can start, they can begin the process of showing them some properties.
Okay.
And that's what I was going to ask. So what people need to understand is that, so if they find that $100,000 house that needs a whole bunch of work, maybe $50,000, $60,000 put into it, it's going to be appraising for, let's say, 160, something like that. They need to qualify for that high.
Yes.
So if their price range, the maximum they can qualify for is $100,000, then they don't need to be looking at $100,000 houses. They need to be looking at like $50,000 houses.
Plus the improvements,
Plus
yes.
the
They're going to
improvements
be
and everything.
financing the improvements. So the improvements, the money that's being allocated for the improvements will be financed into the loan.
Okay, so that's one thing they need to understand. Now,
yes, you want to have a general idea of the scope. So you would want to begin the pre-approval process to know what your true buying power is. What is the maximum amount of financing you can actually finance?
Okay.
Or just they need to shop for a lot of boo-boo paint so they can qualify for a bigger house, right?
They can get it less expensive. Now, are there limitations, and I don't mean as far as qualifying goes, but I mean as far as what FHA will do, what is allowable? Is there anything that isn't allowable? Like,
yes and no. So hey, I'll go both ways.
Were you in politics?
Yes, I could be in politics, right?
Yes, you could. With that tie, why not?
Vote for James for senior vice president.
There are certain things that FHA mandates that you have to do. So there's certain hazard things that you are required to be done with any of the projects. If you have broken windows, those have to be fixed. If you have certain things.
Floor covering.
Floor coverings are ones. Appliances are not.
How about that
one.
leaky roof?
Leaky roofs need to be fixed. Anything that's a safety.
He knows them. He's going down the list.
Safety,
yes, no.
We've never seen any of those. So.
Safety and hazard issues will have to be taken care of.
How about an unfinished illegal basement that permits were not paid for?
Don't even go there.
Just go get some boo-boo paint and just paint over that section.
Camouflage.
Yeah, I know. Look, I think we're in a hazard work zone right here. I think.
I know.
It's hard hat.
Yeah,
I thought I was going to get a hard hat.
I know. Well, we didn't get them. Sorry.
Okay.
So what about pools? A lot of the houses have pools. Is that allowed? Is something that is allowed to be worked into some of it as well? You guys don't have them as much up north.
Phone a friend?
We need to phone a friend. There are caveats to everything. So there are certain things that can and can't be done with the pools depending on it depends. I don't want to give you a blanket answer, but pools can be done into it depending on what needs to get done.
So this is not necessarily just the what needs to be done, but it can also be what wants to be done.
Yeah, if they want to add a pool?
I was just going to say, so if they wanted to add a pool or add a patio to the back?
You are not adding pool. You can't add pool, so you're not going to be able to add a pool to anything.
Maybe I could get a new decking around my pool.
You can do decking. You can do certain decking. There are.
I know you don't know a lot about pools because you're in Connecticut.
They all have pools down here.
They're typically concrete or fiberglass. They go in the ground. We
That's
fill
what
them
a
with
pool is?
water. Yeah, when it's like 90 degrees.
You have to down here. Don't you have to screen them in, and you have to do all this?
There's convert into an ice skating rink too, though, so they can one-up us there.
We can.
Yeah, we don't have that option.
We don't have an
But
option.
we do have a hockey team. I know you don't know about them, but we do have a great hockey team.
I know the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yes,
I'm
and we are in first place.
They're really doing well right now.
Much better than the Buccaneers.
Where's my tickets?
Yeah.
You got to get your ticket connection, friend.
I got tickets.
Lightning tickets.
I got tickets.
And Ryan right now is saying the same thing.
Yeah, he's probably like, yeah, I want to be
Me
there.
Me too.
Yeah, talk to Phil. He'll get you down.
All right, back to our 203K. Okay, so we can't put in a pool, but you
can
add a room.
You can go back to.
You can add square footage.
The things that you're required to do, and then there are things you want to do.
Your wants and your needs.
Their needs. You can, as long as the after appraised value is going to.
I want to add a fireplace.
You just want to add everything. I'm just trying to fix flooring, and I want to add a countertop.
I'm moving to Connecticut. I need a fireplace.
We're in Florida. How are you adding? You didn't have to turn the heat on.
And the realtors are probably saying the same thing. Can we just fix these houses so we can get them sold? They're adding.
Listen, you are going to be limited to the after.
My dream home. I'm making my dream. I want a fireplace.
You want a fireplace?
I do. Can I do it?
I'm
You want to
not
phone
sure.
a friend?
Yes, I need to phone a friend. Fireplaces can be added. I wouldn't suggest them being added in Florida, but you can add a fireplace.
Oh.
But they are a selling point, believe it or not.
Selling points, yes. The house is already sold at this point. Okay, let's go back. So now the house is sold. You already own the house,
But
and
a
you're
home
deciding.
is an investment.
Yes.
All right, so but they can get the Mac Daddy cabinets if they want. They don't have to go with just a
Yes,
basic. They can
you can
upgrade
customize.
things
They
if
just
they
have
want.
to debt ratio and
Even if
qualify
nothing is
for it.
wrong with the existing counters, they just want to switch them from Formica to granite. They can do that,
Yes.
even though there's nothing wrong. So it doesn't
Absolutely.
have
And
to
they
be just
could
needed
upgrade
stuff.
the paint.
It could be wanted stuff.
They want to pull
What
out
are
the
the
shag
things that they
carpet.
need to be careful of? What are some of the pitfalls that you've seen happen as you guys went through your renovations?
Pitfalls. Some of the biggest pitfall is at the beginning, choosing a good quality contractor, someone that you can trust, because they're bidding and doing all of
They
this
have to
stuff.
be approved on the approved list of some
They are
kind.
approved. They have to be licensed.
And what if
There's a
they're
resume and everything else that they
How long
submit
does
to the
that
government.
take? So this process is
They would already
longer
have to
than
be-
a typical loan process then.
They would. The
Already have to be
contractors
on the list.
would already not on the list, but they would have to be licensed by the state.
Okay.
And then they go through an approval process.
And how does a typical homeowner who wants to buy this dilapidated house, how do they find that contractor?
Dilapidated?
Yes, it's trashed. I watched The Money Pit.
Dilapidated?
Dilapidated from the money pit. How do they find that? Contractors can be found in a bunch of different ways. Typically, just like you would if you wanted to fix the roof on your house. You can Google, you can go about it in a bunch of different
Do they
ways.
have to
HUD
have
contract.
contractor or...
There's a general contractor, and a lot of times, depending on the scope of the project, a general contractor will have subcontractors that do specialization. If they do certain things, a guy that's going to do the roof is different than the guy that's going to do the tiling and your shower and everything else. So, but typically, a general contractor
is the one who's going to kind of...
who's running the show, and then will have subcontractors.
And he knows the people he's working with, obviously, so he's probably going to bring in the best.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's why I said it's select
situation.
No money.
So
the HUD consultant keeps you on track as well.
Right.
I mean, we want to protect everything. One of the other
I was just
pitfalls.
going to say, how do we know we're not overpaying for something?
Going back to pitfalls, they will go in. We build in a contingency. So built into the loan, there's a contingency that basically is your reserve in case things cost a little bit more. As you get into a project, something always comes up, right? Something always comes up.
So you only build in 10%? Can't we go up to like 20 though?
We'll hold back whatever you want, Barry. Whatever you want to hold back.
Yes.
15%. 15% is typical of whatever the rehab costs. So in our particular example, that would be held back. For things that came up, just in case.
In case we can't find more boo-boo paint.
Can't find more boo-boo paint. Things cost more than you thought they were going to. You're protected because this is there to save you.
And is it like a construction loan where the disbursements are in stages going out?
When do they get paid?
When does everybody get paid?
Contractors get paid
at the very end?
To draw the parallels between as work is getting done. So
can they get a draw for material?
They get an initial draw of materials. Now, again, we're talking 203K streamlines or the full 203K. Typically, they're getting disbursements after the work is done. So they come in, they do the work. If you're going to replace 10 windows, the windows get replaced. We bring the HUD consultant back out. HUD consultant signs off on everything, says, okay, everything was signed off on, everything is up to code, everything is good. Sends the request over to the lender, and then the lender will then pay out of this escrow money to the contractor who did the windows.
And
and then so on and so forth. The guy that does the roof, it would be the same case.
How does the consumer pick that HUD consultant?
There's a list. That is a list. That's a pre-approved list. And that is the HUD's list where
do they charge different fees? Does that vary?
It's a set fee, so they can't control what the fee schedules are, and it's based on the amount. There's a fee schedule based on the size of the construction that's getting done.
It's not like one's going to vary from
Nope.
another.
They're all the same. They all have to be approved. They're all good, approved by our government. They're all good, approved by our government.
Now, what would make somebody choose? What is the biggest differences? Why would they choose a full 203K versus a streamline, or vice versa?
Typically, size and scope. So if there's certain things that you want to do that don't necessarily fit into a streamline. But a lot of times it's size. People people's imagination has tend to go. And if you can do it all.
Yeah, I know.
So what are you saying? I can't qualify for a streamline just because I want a fireplace and my pool finished?
If it's going to cost greater than $30,000, then no, you can't.
All right, I'm out.
So normally that's what it is. If it's the larger amounts of improvements that's getting done.
The bigger the improvements, once it's above, you're going to go in, you're going to fall into a full 2 or 3K.
Okay. A lot of good information. I think
real quick. Landscaping, can that be in there too? Oh, we need to go to break. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it says go to break. So I told you I don't look over there that much.
Pay attention.
We'll be right back.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just 1 or 2 options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
This is one bee that loves going to the dentist because it's made for you and me.
My name is Dr. Becerra from New Tampa Pediatric Dental, providing a comfortable atmosphere in early dental care. Gives kids a great start for healthy teeth and gums for life.
When I go to Dr. B, they don't do anything to hurt you.
I used to be afraid, but I'm not now. I'm not afraid of the dentist anymore. I love to see Dr. B. Call New Tampa Pediatric Dental today.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonatti spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonatti succeeds where others fail.
Mortgages don't need to be complicated. At Norcom, we're here to guide you through the process. By following our tried and true path to success, we make homes happen. To get started, give us a call or apply online. A trusted mortgage consultant will reach out to you to find out what your goals are. Whether you're in the market to purchase a new home or refinance your current home, we are dedicated to helping you achieve your goals. At Norcom, we'll provide a best-in-class customer experience. Once a plan is established, your mortgage consultant will analyze your income, assets, and credit profile in order to customize a plan for you. If you're planning on moving in the next few years, we might suggest an adjustable rate mortgage to be the best option for you. If you're a veteran, we'll get you started on a VA loan with 0% down. And if you're thinking long-term, a 30-year fixed loan might be your best fit. Our professionals are up to date on market trends and will help you make the best decision in choosing your rate. After we've found the program that's best for you, we'll then need to collect some information, including pay stubs, bank statements, and tax forms. Our underwriting team steers a loan through the approval process to verify that all the information you've provided is correct. As the underwriting process is taking place, an appraisal is ordered to determine the value of your home. A professional, local appraiser specializing in your area will determine the home's value. The last leg of this journey is closing your loan. While taking care of any last-minute details, our closing team will work on scheduling your closing date and location. It's that simple. Thank you for taking some time to walk through the mortgage path with us. Remember, we're always here to answer any questions you may have. It may seem intimidating, but here at Norcom Mortgage, we make homes happen.
So much good information today.
I know.
I mean, if I
want to have Jim back, you want to come back down to Florida?
I will come back. We could not talk about everything. We certainly didn't go through all the detail.
If I were in real estate, I would certainly learn about this type of loan product.
Absolutely.
Because I think it's a home run. And if I were a buyer, I would certainly look into this.
It gives buyers more options. It gives agents that are out there showing buyers
particularly in
More homes to show.
More homes to show. It gives them a bigger inventory
Don't
to show.
ignore those trashed houses anymore because you're afraid they're not financeable. Now they are financeable.
We have another face in the crowd.
I know. We have Phil here.
Phil DeFonso, who is the president of Norcom Mortgage, who is the king of 203K rehab.
Didn't want Jim to come down by himself and enjoy this nice weather.
I guess
wait,
Phil's
Florida,
the king, I get to be the prince.
You're the prince.
That's right.
So, but apparently he is your driver. So, that's just
he is my driver.
Norcom, as we said, Norcom Mortgage purchased a property themselves. They went through the entire process of the 203K loan, and you can watch. They did their own little version of HGTV. They filmed the entire thing, and it is running up in Connecticut on several stations.
And
so
you can see that on the screen. It'll be the link of the week.
Link of the week, right down here. Just click on that, and you can watch the show in its entirety, so that you don't get afraid to do a 203K loan of your own. And or did you cut out all of the really bad parts?
No, it's really good.
It is. It's good. That's excellent. Good. So you guys can watch that, and we do appreciate you coming down. What else do we have coming up?
Oh, let's talk about the Grinch event on December 12th.
Our stuff coming up.
Yeah, we have 2 local families that we've selected, and we're basically trying to make better holidays for them.
Right.
And one is a single mom of 4 with stage 4 cancer. Children range from 8 to 23 years old. And we also have a 3-year-old little boy with cancer as well.
Right.
And very sad, but we want to try and make a difference in their holidays for them.
So that's what it's all about. And our Grinch event, those of you who already know, it's called How the Grinch Saved Our House. They are going to be coming to the event, hopefully. It is on December 12th. It is at Seven Springs Country Club, 7 to 11. And it's a fun night. And the tickets are only $20. What a great date night. And you can have dinner, dancing. We have 3 bands, live bands going. We have a photo booth. We have silent auctions, live auctions.
Contest.
Chinese auctions.
Ugliest
holiday sweater contest.
Coolest
socks
and
contest.
And dress up like your favorite Grinch character.
Your Whoville person. That's right. We have all kinds of content. It's going to be a fun night, a great night. Please come. Please enjoy. This event will sell out. It sells out every year. This is our 4th year doing it. So please go online to www.wpba.biz and you can purchase your tickets online or give us a call, email me something, because trust me, it will sell out.
It will sell out.
If you are a local business, please, we are looking for donations for our silent auctions and live auctions and stuff. So anything that you can do to help.
And we have some sponsors available.
And sponsorships that are available.
Absolutely.
Again, reach out, contact me, and I'm going to give you all of that information. I will email it over to you.
I want to thank Jim for joining us today.
Thank you guys for having me.
Phil for coming down.
Yes, I'm so sorry you guys had to come down, enjoy our weather for like 4 or 5 hours, and
Yes.
Thanks everyone for watching. Please share the show, get it out. This is a great show to get out. A lot of it, good information.
Share us on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
We're all over the place.
Yes.
Everywhere you want to be. We are today and every day.
Moving forward.
We will see everybody next week.
Phil, we got this.
Thanks. Bye-bye.